Arizona.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
You got tight right there. Check. Motion. Okay. Shoot out the backfield.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
Bridgewater's
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
4th down.
But we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He's back to throw here to start the drive. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
For the Cardinals.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sideline.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The 44-yard line.
From the 44. Bridgewater, he's going to look deep for more. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Murray a give. This is Drake. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Ball carrier.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, those young guys who can move around a lot, they keep plays alive so long that sometimes they actually get trapped. Defenses are going to test him and continue to test him. I think he's got something for them as he continues to move forward.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Steps away to his left. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
That's the
Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Murray throwing complete here to Drake. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
2nd and 3 at the Panthers' 14-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, that is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
1st and goal.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Murray to air it out again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Eno Benjamin, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
The score, Cardinals 7, Panthers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater stepping. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Number 13.
Christian Kirk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
The extra point is
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
5-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 6.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
He was taken down by Chandler.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And Bridgewater able to get this complete to Anderson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
At the 22-yard line.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Stop made by Jordan Phillips.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
And 7 at the 20-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Flushed out right. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. And he locates Walker, complete.
That's good.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 times.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 79 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Taken in the end zone. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Well, if you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First and 10 at the
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
You can't block me. Check the backer, check the backer. You're wild, man.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. But now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. On the return, Andy Isabella. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
On the return, the Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Murray going to try to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. It's now.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
For the Cardinals.
good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. On the return, here's Edmonds. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Right back to Dre. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's got his man. It's Williams. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff for Drake. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Cardinals.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run with Edmonds. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Eno Benjamin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, 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 and finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
On the play, it's now 3rd down and long.
Third and long for Bridgewater. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Bridgewater. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, against this guy in the locker room.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. 2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's in.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And a huge return as he'll inside the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers